Tonight we report on the prosecutor's office decision not to charge a Quincy substitute teacher and what caused a man to drive his truck into a Moses Lake home. What's happening in sports, Bob?
Thanks, Alan. Moses Lake wrestlers capture the District 6 championship, and Ephrata girls basketball extends its win streak to 7 games. Let's take a glance at our Weather Center forecast.
Hello everyone, dry conditions will remain in control within the next few days. Lots of patchy fog overnight and cloudy skies. I'll have more details for you in just a bit.
I'm Alan Troop, and we have all this and much more on iFiber One News.
From the iFiber One HD studio here in the heart of the Columbia Basin, this is iFiber One News, your #1 source for local news, sports headlines, and our very own Weather Center forecast covering the entire Columbia Basin. This is iFiber One News, and it starts now.
Prosecutors are not going to charge a substitute teacher accused of having a 6th grade student dragged to the front of the class. Chief Deputy Prosecutor Alan White said the substitute teacher's actions showed poor judgment, but they weren't criminal. The victim's mother, Olga Montano, said the teacher, Ken Lacey, ordered the girl to the front of the classroom on December 12th because she was talking in the back. When the girl refused, he reportedly ordered 4 other students to bring her to the front of the class. Montano reported her daughter was dragged on the floor, run into desks, and hit and kicked by other students. White said the video taken of the incident shows a different scene. It shows the 4 children surrounding the girl, but she wasn't dragged. The teacher should have perhaps called the principal or another administrator for help, but the actions weren't criminal. A longtime Ephrata Credit Union recently held a grand opening and ribbon-cutting ceremony for their remodeled and expanded building. Reporter Jeff Chu has the details.
For the grand reopening of Grandco.
Staff, board, and members of Grandco had reason to celebrate Monday with a ribbon cutting, officially reopening the remodeled and expanded Federal Credit Union in Ephrata. Grandco General Manager Roger Johnson said the credit union's building at 217 Alder Street Southwest doubles its space, giving it plenty of room to grow.
If anything does come up that we have to add, the Clear Story is capable of adding up to 4 offices.
Added in front of the credit union is a co-op branch shared automated teller machine.
The Boeing people, the teachers, credit union people come here, and now they can do all the transactions they can do inside at that ATM.
A new boardroom with a mural by Ephrata artist Michael Bosnar depicting the town's agriculture and railroad history was also added. Grandco has 16 employees in Ephrata, an increase of 6 since Johnson joined the credit union 4 years ago. With close to 4,000 members, Johnson said Grandco next plans to open a branch in Moses Lake.
We bought land several years ago. Got a good price, so that's why we did. And we're right now in the final planning stages. We got our drawings submitted for approval. So we'll be permitting here in the next month or so. And then we'll of course submit for bids. So we're thinking sometime at the end of April, beginning of May, we'll start building.
Johnson said the new space makes him happy, but there was a surprise that changed plans.
The way this all came about was not the way we planned it. We actually planned to go to Moses Lake and get that built and open. But when we started looking at the remodel here, FEMA got involved, and we were initially going to just remodel and put offices in the basement. But because we are in a floodplain, we're not allowed to have people in the basement.
I'm Jeff Chu for iFiber One News.
Demolition work could begin this month on a $1.7 million Grant Transit Authority multimodal transit center in Moses Lake. The transit center will use about an acre of land at the corner of 5th Avenue and Division to serve commuters. Grant Transit is seeking a regional mobility program grant through the State Department of Transportation to pay for up to 80% of the costs of the new center. State lawmakers are expected to budget the grant this spring, which would prompt the center's construction. Construction work on the site is not expected to begin until fall or early 2016. Asbestos is being removed from the existing structures on the site. If test samples show no asbestos, then demolition can commence. Elementary school students on up to high schoolers competed in the annual Waypoint Foundation's chess tournament. Reporter Cameron Probert was there and has the story.
92 children gathered at Parkway School in Ephrata Saturday to compete in the Waypoint Foundation's annual chess tournament. The students ranged from elementary school aged to high school aged.
So it's really good. We actually had probably, when I asked about newcomers, there was probably about 25 hands that went up.
Troy and Roger Pugh began holding the tournaments in 2007 as a way to remember their brother Ryan, who died in 2001. The three brothers would regularly travel to tournaments to compete when they were children. The annual competition gives children a fun way to compete.
It's fun to see so many come out and play because it's a real game of strategy, in my opinion. And, makes them think ahead. So there's consequences to their actions, and they got to think about that. So it's more of a game of life as well.
Along with attracting new players, the tournament also brings players back. This year's winner, Michael Novinsky, has attended all 9 years. For iFiber One News, this is Cameron Probert reporting.
And now we take a look at people being sought by law enforcement.
This is Sheriff Tom Jones with the Grant County Sheriff's Office. Each of the people you see here have a warrant for their arrest. If you see any of these people, we ask you do not attempt to detain or apprehend them, but call us at 509-762-1160 or send us an email at crimetips@co.grant.wa.us. If the person is presenting a danger, call 911. With your help, we can bring these people to justice and make our community safer.
And we'll be right back after this.
At Moses Lake Community Health Center, we have had the privilege to serve the local community since 1978.
What I like about working at this clinic more than any other clinic that I've worked at is the patient care. With the patient care team that we've assembled, it allows us to take care of as many facets of the patient and their family's needs.
Please take the opportunity to experience the high-quality care provided at our clinics.
Just when I thought the blizzard couldn't get any better, DQ put the blizzard inside a waffle cone. This is mind-blowing. So when DQ asked me how I would tell the world, I said... Sounds better in Italian.
Pretty impressive, Liz. Any blizzard, like confetti cake, now in a fresh-baked waffle cone. This is fan food, not fast food.
Hello everyone, I'm Chastelyn Rodriguez from your One News Weather Center, brought to you by your Bud Clary Toyota dealer. Toyota, let's go places. Conditions improving tonight around our area, breaking wet weather but patchy fog overnight, and within the next few days we'll experience some patchy fog overnight into the morning hours. Dry conditions as well as mild temperatures will remain in control around our area. Temperatures above the normal for this time of year, and we may see those temperatures get to the 60-degree mark for this weekend. Weekend looks pretty promising. Dry conditions will prevail within the next few days. Maximum temperatures above the normal for this time of year in the mid-50s, and we started the day in the upper 30s. The average temperature for this time of year should be in the mid-20s. That's sun setting at 5:14 p.m. And for Moses Lake, very similar temperatures. Maximum temperatures in the mid-50s. The record high of 60 degrees in 1990, pretty close to that record high. And we started off the morning in the upper 30s. And right now outside your door, our current temperatures in the lower 50s, mostly cloudy skies with those winds coming in pretty calmly from the northeast, and patchy fog overnight and through the morning hours, as well as mostly cloudy skies within the next few days. Some showers may be possible along the Cascades and towards the coastal area coming into Thursday, but we're expecting dry conditions within the next few days. And towards the coastal area, those temperatures from the lower 50s to upper 50s, Olympia upper 50, mostly cloudy skies, Seattle in the lower 60s, and towards the Yakima Valley in the upper 50s, mostly cloudy skies, and more towards the inland northwest, mostly cloudy in the lower 50s. And now taking a closer look at our Columbia Basin, those maximum temperatures ranging from the upper 40s to mid 50s. 57 towards Ephrata and Moses Lake, and towards the mid 50s for Royal City and Quincy, and the upper 40s for Bridgeport with mostly cloudy skies. Mostly cloudy skies within the next few days. However, those temperatures will be above the normal for this time of year. Should be around the lower 40s for our area, but we're looking at almost 60-degree temperatures Wednesday, Thursday, even into Friday. Now, coming into Saturday is where we may see that 60-degree mark with partly cloudy skies, and then we get back to the mid-50s by Sunday, and even into the beginning of the work week, we're expecting temperatures to be above the normal for this time of year. Lots of cloud cover within the next few days. However, dry conditions will remain in control with temperatures above the normal for this time of year within the next few days. So make sure you enjoy this weekend. Thank you all for joining us. This segment was brought to you by your Bud Clary Toyota dealer. Toyota, let's go places. We'll be right back with sports.
What better way to start the new year than in a new Toyota? We're making it easier than ever with 3 ways to save. Your choice of financing as low as 0%, up to $2,500 in customer cash back, or low payment leases on your favorite Toyota model, like RAV4, now just $199 per month. Just pick your favorite Toyota, the best savings options for you, and drive away. It's that easy, so start your year right. For full details, see any of your Inland Empire Toyota dealers today. Toyota, let's go places.
We are real students, and this really is our college.
My dream will change the outcome of my life.
My college is allowing me to achieve my dream.
My dream is to be a pilot.
My dream is to be a nurse.
Only you can determine your dream. Big Bend will help you get there.
What's your dream?
Moses Lake dominated at the District 6 Wrestling Championships. The Chiefs continue to demonstrate why they are ranked #1 in 4A state wrestling after besting their closest opponent by 56 points. Moses Lake finished with a team score of 416. Sunnyside was a distant second with 350. The Chiefs crowned 6 champions and will have 13 wrestlers moving on to the regional tournament at Wenatchee High School this weekend. The top 3 grapplers in each weight class will then move on to the MAC Classic State Tournament to be held at the Tacoma Dome February 20 and 21. Quincy tied Sela for 3rd place at the 2A District Wrestling Tournament. The Jacks got 2nd place finishes out of Andy Vargas, Ichi Ramirez, Stephen Gomez, Cade Wallace, and Ray Rubio to finish with 232 team points. Topness claimed the district title with 340. The Ephrata Lady Tigers are on a heater. The team extended its streak to 7 games with a 55-32 win over Othello. Kendall Sage led the Lady Tigers attack with 11 points. Harley Vanetta added 10. Ephrata moves into a 3-way tie for 2nd with East Valley and Sela with the win. The team heads to East Valley tonight to finish out the regular season and try and wrap up the #2 seed to district. A win and a loss by Sela would nail it down. If Sela and Ephrata both win, the Tigers would be the #3 seed and host a first-round game Friday. If Ephrata loses, they will be the 4 seed and host on Friday as well. Gunner Blankenship hit 10 threes to finish with 31 points, and Ephrata came back to beat the Huskies 76-56. Lloyd Burleson added 22 points. Othello took a 3-point lead into the 4th quarter. The Tigers' offense heated up for a 16-0 run over the final 5.5 minutes to close it out. Ephrata holds a 1-game lead over East Valley. A win tonight will wrap up the league title. A loss, and the Tigers and Red Devils will finish as co-champion. Either way, the Tigers earn a first-round bye and will host a second-round game on Tuesday. 4 players scored in double figures, and Moses Lake crushed Sunnyside 78-47. Cesar Sandoval led the Chiefs' attack with 15 points, and the team moved to 8-2 and 1 game back of Davis with 2 left in regular season play. Moses Lake heads to Eastmont tonight and finishes at West Valley on Friday. McKenna Walker drained 27 points. Jamie and Jesse Luetta added 11 each, and Moses Lake crushed number 6 Sunnyside 72-50. The Chiefs jumped out to a 14-3 first quarter lead. The Grizzlies closed the gap to 24-17 at the break. Moses Lake hung 46 second-half points on the board to run away with it. The Chiefs improved to 8-2 and move into a tie with Sunnyside for second and 2 games back of Wenatchee with 2 to go. J.L. Delgado knocked down a game-high 23 points. Connor Hayes scored a career-high 19, and Warden came back to beat Mapton 53-47. The Vikings held a 21-9 lead at the end of the first quarter and were up 31-21 at the break. The Cougars, playing in front of a rowdy home crowd, went on a 12-3 third quarter run to get within a point, 34-33. Warden continued its torrid second-half pace to outscore Mapton 20-12 down the stretch to complete the come-from-behind win. The win puts Warden in a first-round district matchup Wednesday at Eastmont High School with Lake Roosevelt, who finished third in the Central Washington 2B North Conference. We'll be right back after this.
Hello, my name is Cheryl Kono. I am your local Ephrata Farmers Insurance Agent. Here at Cheryl Kono Insurance Agency, our customers always come first. We don't just work here, we live here. Please stop by the office, call, email, or Facebook me for a free auto, home, life, business, or farm and ranch quote today. We are insurance. We are farmers. Come in for a free quote today.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
Well, one thing I knew from being a patient myself was that a dental office is a scary place to come to. And so we wanted everything possible to make sure that our office is a comfortable place for our patients to visit. The patients that I have, my clients, have made me a part of this community, and we want to give back in every way possible.
Our spotlight story tonight is about whipped cream, but not eating it. A Boy Scout troop has been cleaning up dozens of cans along Dodson Road near Ephrata. Reporter Jeff Chu has more on what people are likely doing with the cans.
Ever wonder why there are so many whipping cream cans lying in the drainage ditch on Dodson Road south of Ephrata? The cans have been tossed into the drainage ditch with the cream still in them. Grant County Sheriff's Office spokesman Kyle Foreman explained.
Whipped cream in a can is propelled by nitrous oxide, which is also known as laughing gas, which is the same sedation that a dentist would give you when you're having your teeth worked on. So what we think people are doing is they're going out and buying the whipped cream in the can, and they are huffing off the nitrous oxide, which is in the can, and then discarding the can with the whipped cream.
Ephrata Boy Scout crew leader Troy Pugh discovered the cans in high numbers when he and his scout crew collected litter along the road as a community service. First time they collected litter along Dodson Road, they discovered 20 whipping cream cans. A short time later, they picked up even more than that as littering continues. Foreman said nitrous oxide use and abuse has been going on for some time.
Now this is nothing new. People have been abusing the nitrous oxide out of whipped cream cans for a long time. Restaurants, if you've noticed, will have a whipped cream container that they'll put the whipped cream on your dessert, but it comes with a little cartridge that has nitrous oxide in it. And for many, many years, people have been using those and inhaling the nitrous oxide. Those are called whippets. It's been done for a long time. It's just a inexpensive, temporary euphoria for people who do abuse it.
Whippets have been known to cause people to become dizzy and pass out. They can also cause brain damage. The same can be said for the laughing gas that comes out of canned whipping cream.
One part about that is it says specifically on the can to not do that. So The manufacturer of the whipped cream just wants to sell whipped cream. He's not intending for people to suck off the nitrous oxide out of the can. Nitrous oxide, when it's abused, can be dangerous to your health. And so while it's not illegal to buy whipped cream nor to huff off the nitrous oxide in the can, it's not safe for people to do that because that's not what it's intended to be used for.
Pugh and his scouts expressed concerns about potential abuse of nitrous oxide inhaling that could lead to a deadly car crash along Dotson Road. I'm Jeff Chu reporting with Joe Utter for I-501 News.
And we'll be right back after this.
Have you been to i501.com? The most up-to-date news in the Columbia Basin is just one click away. With news, sports, and weather, you can stay in the know with what's going on in your community. Read your news on the go by visiting i501.com on your tablet or even your phone. Follow us on Facebook for quick updates and discuss the news with others in our area. Your number one news source in the Columbia Basin is i501.com. Check it out today.
Attention business owners. The deadline is fast approaching to advertise in the 2015 edition of the Moses Lake Local Book. Don't be the only business left out. In print or online, it's the best way to reach your customer when they're ready to buy. Call today to place your ad by calling 877-738-9829 or by visiting us online at www.statewideyp.com. The Moses Lake Local Book Telephone Directory. Simply the best advertising.
Welcome back. A driver suffered a medical condition and drove into a Moses Lake home Saturday afternoon. A 37-year-old man was driving east on West Valley Road in a 2006 Dodge Ram when witnesses say he lost consciousness and crossed into oncoming traffic at a high rate of speed. According to Moses Lake Police, the man reportedly drove through a fence, struck a parked 1974 Ford pickup truck, and then drove into a residence in the 700 block of Sunburst Court. The man was unresponsive when police arrived. He was taken to Samaritan Hospital where he regained consciousness. The man reportedly has a history of seizures and medical issues. A married man had his car stolen by a woman he had just met and taken to a hotel early Sunday morning in Moses Lake. According to the Moses Lake Police, the 37-year-old victim went out dancing Saturday night at a bar on West 3rd Avenue and reportedly met a woman. He told police he never got her name, address, or anything to identify her. The victim took the woman to a hotel on West Driggs Drive early Sunday morning, and when the man awoke, the woman was gone, along with his 2005 Honda Civic, wallet, and cell phone. The man told police he was concerned about going home because his wife would be waiting for him. The American Red Cross is holding 4 blood donation drives in Grant County starting on February 21st in Desert Air. All blood types are needed, especially types O negative, A negative, and B negative. The Red Cross is welcoming whole blood donors to the Desert Air Multipurpose Building on February 21st. Quincy is hosting 2 blood drives in late February. The first takes place February 24th at the Community Center, and the second takes place on February 26th at the School District Bus Garage. The Ephrata Recreation Center welcomes the Red Cross on February 25th. Red Cross spokesman Jared Schultzman said healthy and diverse blood donors are needed to help maintain a sufficient blood supply. For more information, visit us online at i501.com/news. In Northwest News, it's something you definitely don't hear every day. A baby born in the parking lot of a restaurant. For an Oregon family, it was a Subway restaurant parking lot. Wanda Moore spoke to the new parents.
911, what is the address of the emergency? Well, I'm currently on Highway 20.
It was not exactly where the Frutos planned to welcome their baby. They were on their way to the hospital, but there was no waiting.
She said she was feeling the need to push, and so that's when I called 911 and pulled over.
Damon Frutos, who's a paramedic for the Sisters Camp Sherman 1st District, stayed on the phone with 911 while he tried to get the back of the car ready for delivery.
I never really expected my first field delivery to be my own child in my car.
But little Henley had other plans.
Yeah, we were in the parking lot and he was trying to get stuff ready in the back seat and I was delivering in the front seat.
Baby's out and crying. Okay, baby is out and crying. Yep. Crying.
A sound of relief for both mom and dad.
And she was crying, which is all I really, as a mom, I listen for that cry and I get to have her, so.
Mom and baby were transported to St. Charles for final checkups.
I wasn't scared, I wasn't worried, and it didn't hit me until we were at the hospital and somebody said, oh, you were on the news.
Now Henley is happy and healthy at home. Mom and dad have quite the story to tell and plenty of jokes to listen to.
It's a good thing she wasn't a boy or you'd have to name her Jarrett. You know, I mean, it's all just subway jokes, really.
This family is all smiles from a very happy ending.
God was watching out for us and took good care of us in that car. So.
And that's going to do it for us here at I-501 News. We want to thank you for watching, and we'll see you again tomorrow.